Day 5, finished. Just like me, I'm fried. Today, though, learned something. Well, maybe I strengthened my belief in something, and that is the power of kindness. I actually had to yell at the whole class today. It's the first time I've had to yell at a class in a long time. I mean years. I had to yell at them because, well, they're just screwing around. They were not doing the things they needed to do to be successful. And I don't know. I could have just sat on my hands and let them have enough rope to hang themselves, but that's not why we're here. We're here for them to pass. And I'm not just going to pass them, they have to pass of their own merit. So I yanked their chains, shortened their leash, yelled at them, but I tempered it with kindness. And it was pretty well received. They kind of complained a little bit, some of them did, but they did what I asked. And after they started doing what I asked, then they started seeing some success because, I mean, well, hey, when you engage in good student skills, it's amazing what happens. You actually learn stuff. Crazy. One funny story today, we were talking about habits and changing habits. And the students were very interested in this whole topic of habit changing because everybody, myself included, we all have bad habits. So it was funny, I asked this one kid, what can you do to change a bad habit? And he said, listen better. Which is really ironic because I don't know what question he was answering, but it had nothing to do with habits. So I asked the class what question they thought he was answering, and the consensus was he was answering the question, what can you do to do better in class? Listen better. Pretty funny. But we broke down what a habit was in class at the beginning, and it was a habit's something you do without thinking about doing it. Habit is just something you just jump in and it goes. So to break a habit, you have to realize when you're doing it, you have to make yourself stop, and you have to replace that action with one that you decide to do. So we talked about that today, and we talked about, you know, that sometimes you have a habit of when you get sleepy, you want to put your head down or you start not paying attention. People get in the habit of checking their phones too often, all kinds of stuff. So I don't know if that helped. Hopefully, if it helped only a little bit today, maybe it planted a seed for something bigger in the future. Who knows? That brings me to my last point. Purpose of education. Education should change the way you think. It should change the way you think about yourself and think about the world. It should change the way you see things and do things. Learning math is powerful, not because you're better at math and you know how to take the square root of, 200x to the 5th. That's not why it's powerful. It's powerful because you learned that through perseverance, you can overcome something that's difficult and seemingly impossible. It changes the way you think about yourself. It changes the way you think about how you fit in the world. See, square roots, most people aren't going to use that in their daily lives. In fact, most of the things you learn in high school are of little to no use. At least the curriculum items themselves are of little to no use. The skill of learning and the practice of perseverance and all those things, that's what's powerful. That's the purpose of education. Anyway, off my soapbox for now. I'm exhausted. So, fighting this head cold, feeling better. Hopefully tomorrow, be right on it. Anyway, thanks for watching.